Welcome to the David Bradley Show with your host, David Bradley.
Hey, everybody, how's it going? All right, so hopefully we made it through CRS week alive. And we decided he was here for our Christmas show. We had a lot of fun. The Christmas show actually got a lot of views and a lot of downloads. So that was awesome as I'll get out, especially with that little three, you and Sean and Brittany singing the songs together and stuff. So that was cool as I'll get out. But anyway, I want everybody to welcome my guest today, Ryan O'Neill. What's going on, brother?
Hey, how's it going? I'm so happy to be here.
Finally, after all that traffic.
Finally, yeah.
That's the only bad thing about living in Portland.
Honestly, I think it's perfect living out here. There's not much traffic this way, but down in the city, it's just a totally different world.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I moved away from Nashville. But now, because the show is growing so much, now I've got to find a studio because it's getting a little crowded in here. So how was CRS week for you, man?
It's been amazing. I mean, the atmosphere, the excitement down in Nashville, it was unmatched. The shows have been fantastic. The turnout was amazing. I'm just ecstatic. Couldn't be happier.
Awesome. I loved it too because I actually got to host you guys. I had a lot of fun with that. So
yeah, it was so much fun, and thank you for that. It was
no problem. I mean, I enjoyed the hell out of it because I'm partial to some. I got to say that. I'm sorry, but when you got talent and you rock and the crowd loves you and everything else, it just, oh my God, it's like a drug, you know? And that's why I got a little bit wild. I didn't get too wild, but I got a little bit wild down there, but it was awesome. I loved it. So what you got going on, man? I heard didn't you just release some music?
I did. January 12th, my first single.
Yeah, I heard that one. I love that one.
Fly, yep. It was released on all platforms. The people seemed to really like it. We had a lot of streams on it, a lot of downloads and follows. The social media presence was growing. It's still growing. It's been the highlight of my life so far. I mean,
it's a damn good song.
Yeah.
Damn good song.
Thank you so much.
I loved it.
It's true. It's a story about myself and my journey, and I'm excited because later this year I'm going to share more of my journey with everyone, and it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Well, I hope so, because I mean you're a talented writer. Now, are you writing with anybody else or just you?
Yeah, I am. I've been working with some other writers, and we've kind of put a few songs together, and that's kind of on the docket for what we do next as far as talk about releasing. And yeah, there's some quality stuff there. I think I'm excited for everyone to hear.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I wish you could put out a whole album though.
Me too. It's a lot of fun, even just the singles, because it instills so much excitement. It keeps people on the edge of their seat. And it's cool to just share one piece of the story at a time.
Yeah. Well, see, I've talked to several artists, and some of them, they'll drop an EP, and then some of them will just drop one and just keep like the whole little thing rolling, Yeah. And I find it fascinating how people come up with that, just sit there and try to figure it out. Because every now and then I might drop 2 shows a week, maybe. And it's only if I've got for the month of February, I did 10, 11. Caitlin, how many shows did I do? 10 or 11? You don't remember? No. Well, Julie's not here. We can't ask her. She would know it off the top of her head. But when you get so many shows, I mean, I'm not the type that wants to hold the shows. And, I kind of get them out there because it's all about helping you guys,
Yeah.
And I know probably somebody's out there tapping their foot going, dude, I did this interview like 6 months ago. Where's it at?
Yeah. Yeah. I would say, even from my perspective, when we write all these songs, and there's a lot of them, you don't always use right away. Some of them you do hold on to. And that's the hardest part, is when you do get some good ones or something you're really excited you want to put out right away. it is so hard to keep them close because, you know, you want to share them. You want to tell people about it. And I've had a couple of those so far that I've been really, really pressed to hold on to.
Oh yeah.
But,
I can imagine. I mean, I did Lane Hardy, did that interview. And then I did Jeff Huskins, and then I did Carrie Brockwell, and she'd been on The Voice too. No, not The Voice. My bad. I'm sorry. American Idol. Isn't that the one with, what's his name? Anyway. And I was like, man, I don't want to sit on these.
Yeah. I
want to get them out there, you know? And that all happened in like 1 week's time. I had those 3 interviews all together, and I'm just like, we left the studio and packed up the gear and went down to them and got it all took care of. And me and Caitlin had so much fun. It was a blast, man. But one thing I'm going to start telling everybody, though, is have you heard that Dolby Atmos? If you can, get your stuff on Dolby Atmos.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah. We sat in the chair, man, where Jeff sets and does all that stuff.
Yeah.
We sat in the chair, and me and Caitlin, I mean, I've got a long history of doing sound and lights. Caitlin's got all kinds of stuff in her arsenal that she's done, and she actually got a big paper on the wall of her accomplishments.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And I mean, it was unreal.
It is.
And then later on, we found out that if you actually use Dolby Atmos, you get more money on the downloads than normal downloads. Wow. I didn't know that.
I also did not know that.
Dude, you got to talk to Jeff, man.
Yeah, and I know a lot of that stuff as far as like some of the playlists, you know, on some like Apple Music and some of those platforms.
Mm-hmm.
In order to get on some of those curated playlists, you do have to have that mix, and it's insane because it's really cool to watch Jeff do that.
Yeah, it is.
His YouTube show, he kind of dissects a lot of that stuff. It's an incredible process.
Oh yeah, I mean, hell, we were sitting there watching it, you know, and just jamming in the chair, and I was just like, oh my God. That was the first time ever, I'm telling you, since I seen Ted Nugent perform Stranglehold live, that I have actually had an eargasm. I was just like blown the frick away. Caitlin was just like, wow.
Yeah, I didn't move for the whole song.
The whole song.
After, then I just turned around. I was like, this is amazing.
That exact facial expression is exactly how I felt the first time. That jaw just dropped. It just...
Yeah, I mean, I want it in my house now.
Yeah. Yeah, the studio is so cool. BMG, it was really exciting to go in there and see all the plaques on the walls and to know that, you know, we're meeting somebody who mixes all these songs. It was a lot of fun. It's a cool place to be. And
he's one of the leaders in it, man. I mean, he got to laughing at me because I called him King of the Atmos. Hey, dude, I mean, he's doing movies. He's doing all kinds of stuff. But I digress. That was a different rabbit path. Anyway. Ask Caitlin. I go around rabbit paths all the freaking time. It gets crazy.
Gotta keep it exciting.
Well, you got to do something. I mean, hell, you're having a conversation. Why not?
Right.
Talk about stuff.
Right.
And you jamming all the way up the daggum driveway. What the heck?
Yeah, I got to keep the music. I got to keep myself entertained with not only the drive, because there's so much to see around here. This is so new. Detroit, we don't have hills and mountains and twisty roads like they have here.
Where are you at in Detroit?
I'm about 25 miles north of the city. It's called New Baltimore. It's a small town.
Okay, yeah, I've been through there.
It's a beautiful place. Michigan's a beautiful place, but it's very flat and plain.
And crazy.
The
drivers up there are...
We're a different breed.
Mm-hmm.
It's very different down here, I will say.
Oh, yeah.
It was a really long drive down to Tennessee.
Try doing it for a living, man.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get used to it.
Yeah. I mean, it was just... I've been doing it too long. I need to get out of it.
I would say that it is a little bit scary too if you haven't done it before. Coming from there, the truck traffic is very different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they can only drive certain lanes and certain speed limits. Here,
Yeah.
it's wherever they want. pretty
Yeah,
much.
well, when you get into downtown Nashville, you're not supposed to be in the left lane. But we don't care. Because when you got everybody stopping over here and you know that's a clear path, you're going to take it.
Right.
Try and get through Nashville as quick as possible.
Yep.
What's on your playlist? In your car, what's on your playlist? What do you listen to?
Oh, I listen to probably 85% of country music, so that's most of it. And every now and then I'll get a couple little rock songs or
Yeah.
some pop in there.
Yeah, but you're more of a pop artist, though.
Yeah, kind of in between. I do a little bit of the pop country. We're doing a lot more with the southern flair on that respect.
I like that.
Yeah, I feel like country doesn't always mean where you're from, but it's in your soul and in your roots. You know,
Yeah.
so I think that's country music has a lot more story to it than I feel like most some pop songs, and you know, I feel like I tend to write more story type music.
Right.
I like that deep level meaning
Right.
to the song. So I try to portray that in my stuff. So I try to listen to stuff that maybe is a little bit more similar to the way I write.
Well, Fly had that underlying country feel to it.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about it. Because, I mean, hell, it actually told a story.
Yep.
And in most pop songs, you don't hear a story.
I try to write things that everybody can relate to at some point in their life. And I feel like Fly was one of those songs that everyone has been in that spot where, you know, you don't know what's next and it's time to find out.
Yeah.
You have to try at some point.
Yeah.
So I think that was a huge thing with that song. But some of these other ones that are coming, they're going to be very similar in the respect that you can listen to it and be like, wow, I've been there.
Right.
I have felt that way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's something I've always liked about music that I listen to. Now, over the years, when I was young, I mean, it was just metal all the way, you know. And then I fell in love with Iron Maiden, and then because it was a story, you know. I mean, everything, you know, Aces High and 2 Minutes to Midnight and all that stuff. It told a story, and all Iron Maiden stuff is got a story in it. But that's what I like so much about it, you know. And some of the other stuff, you just got drunk and headbanged. So, I mean, but then, you know, I don't know. I love all types of music.
I have an appreciation for them all as well.
Yeah. I mean, I love classical. And it's funny because when I was younger, you know, I had the stereo turned up and everything else, and you pull up to meet your friends and stuff, and you got Tchaikovsky on. And they're like, what the hell is wrong with you? And I'm like, dude, listen.
You know, I like to listen to a lot of the oldies stuff, like some of the 50s and 60s music.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so different from what music is today. I kind of like to take that step back in time sometimes and be like, wow, it's a totally different way of doing it. And I think that even in some of the country, even in some of like the rock and roll stuff they put out, a lot of the sound is, you know, it's similar.
Yeah.
You know, it had a similar, you know, undertone and so I like to kind of take a step back and listen to that and kind of listen to the things my parents grew up with or my grandparents grew up
Right.
with and see, you know, what's different about what it is today. It's drastically different.
Well, it's night and day. I mean, you just can't get like, oh God, I name blank a lot. I'm sorry. Andrews Sisters.
Yeah.
Back in that doo-wop military type days, you know, I mean, it was, and the songs they come out with, oh my God. I'd love to see somebody try to do some of those songs today.
Yeah. Oh, I think that would be so cool to do some kind of rendition of the oldie stuff, but in maybe a modern style.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
I mean, it'd be awesome. But, I mean, you know, I keep telling people they need to do Seven Bridges Road. And then you get the blank stare from the singer going, well, he can't sing and he can't sing. I mean, dude, they had it all. They had lead guitarist on every guitar. They had vocalist in the whole band, and they just kicked butt. That's what you need. You need some awesome backup singers and do some stuff.
We got some stuff in the pipeline.
All right. I'm going to love it. I can't wait to hear some of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I found some pretty amazing guys back home who've been helping me on this journey and playing in my band, and
Yeah.
it's so much fun. I finally found like a good group of not only just great people, good friends. You know,
Yeah.
while you don't find a lot of that nowadays, it's hard. I should say it's hard to find.
Well, I mean, there's so many sessions players and everything, you know?
And those guys are incredible.
Oh, yeah, they're incredible. But you can't develop that relationship, you know, because, I mean, bands back in the day, it was like a family.
Yeah.
Everybody looked out for each other. The wives were helping with clothes and laundry and all this stuff. And it was a family, you know? You just can't find that nowadays.
It's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very blessed to have
Well,
done
I mean,
that, so
That's the band that played with you down at, here I go again, blanking, the Doghouse and down at the Underground where I was at.
yes, yep.
Awesome.
guys-
Those guys were good, man.
Thank you so much.
And they were friendly.
They're very friendly. They're all down to earth people, and I can't ask for anything more, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I like, down to earth people.
Yep.
Caitlin. I'm sorry, I like picking on her when we're doing this show. I used to pick on Julie all the time, but Julie doesn't ever have a microphone, so she was always, you'd hear an echo of her talking in the background. So I gave Caitlin the microphone. Now she just pulls it down when she wants to smart off or something. So, yeah.
So I'm gonna leave it there.
So how long you been with Paula?
Yeah, I've been working with Paula since I want to say probably last March. So
Last March?
coming on a year.
Wow.
Yeah, it is a year. Yeah, it's been the best thing, the biggest blessing that's ever happened to me this whole entire journey, meeting Paula and seeing where she's kind of taken me, and even kind of comparing to where I was at when we first met and to where we're at now is like a totally different place. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to meet some incredible people, work with some really incredible award-winning producers and musicians and writers, and I can't thank her enough. And
It's amazing how much that woman knows.
It's impressive. I will say very impressive.
She blows me away with it. And then she's like telling me stuff, and I'm just like, Paula, you know I've been here, done that, right?
She looks out for everyone, and that's
She really does. I mean,
she
and
cares.
I like that. I just like picking on her.
It is fun. It is fun.
Oh yeah, it's fun. Because I told Julie, I said, Julie, call Paula. I want Ryan on here. Well, you know he don't live here, and I'm like, I know that, but I want Ryan on here. And I knew you was coming to town for CRS and everything else, and I'm like, dude, we're gonna get your butt on here, man.
Yes.
And I loved it. And Julie argued with Paula.
I'm so thankful it happened, and I get to be here, and this is very exciting, and I'm so happy to finally come back and do the interview, because now we did the Christmas show, and
Yep. And we didn't really have time to talk and hang out. I mean, it was just about the Christmas show, you know.
yeah.
But I loved how y'all throwed that all together just that quick, man.
Yeah, it was so. I'm so impressed. They were incredible singers, and the harmonies were fantastic. And we just kind of threw it together right there on the spot. And it's amazing.
Yeah.
Really.
And Brittany just released a bunch of new music too. I went down to she had a EP party. She decided to do an EP, and I went down there and listened to her. And Seth was singing background vocals with her, and dude, they rocked the place, man. It was some good stuff.
Wow, I wish I could have been there. That's insane. Their harmonies together.
Yeah.
Their voices are
Well, it's
beautiful.
what's crazy, and I told him this after the show. I said, you know, it amazes me. And Seth said, what are you talking about? And I said, dude, she's like right here in the vocal range. And you're like right here on the high side of her. And it's like in reverse. And he's like, yeah, I didn't think about that. But yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? He gets so freaking high, man.
Yeah.
Not the drug high, but the vocal high. Had to clarify for Caitlin.
Yeah, the range is impeccable. I mean,
He's
like,
got range.
it's bless him. That is.
Yeah, but you know,
Beautiful thing.
look, you've got an amazing voice. Me and Julie was even talking about that the other day. Your vocal range and just the way you carry it and carry yourself is just, I mean, it's, dude, I mean, where's the record deal, man? Come on.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm just I try to be genuine. I try to be as genuine as I possibly can and down to earth. Because at the end of the day, we're all people. We're all.
Well, that's what I say. I put my
Finding our
pants
way.
on just like everybody else.
Yep, it's exactly true. We're all living life for the first time.
And this is probably the first time this was ever said on a podcast, but take a shit like everybody else too. Unless they got that little stool that pips your feet up, and that's
Potty
about
squatty.
it. A what?
Potty, squatty potty.
Squatty potty?
Squatty
Is
potty,
that what it's
yeah.
called?
Yeah.
I'm shocked that you know that.
I'm short.
Okay.
We need these things.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's supposed to help you poop better. That's all I know.
It's something with the elevation. Yeah, it works.
It's all about the angle.
It is all about the angle. That is so true. It is all an angle.
Damn it. You think I've been drinking already. I haven't. I haven't ate. I'm hungry. Hangry. What is that called? Hangry?
Yeah, it's called hangry.
Great. Hangry. I'm hangry.
That makes for a fun drive in traffic.
I'm actually surprisingly calm in traffic.
Really?
It's all those years of dealing with idiots and you have no control over, but you've got, 54, 55 feet, 60 feet of truck and trailer and 80 something thousand pounds. And if you hit somebody, you could kill them. So it makes you more self-aware.
That's true. That is true.
Everybody else just thinks their car is like a big steel boxing glove. I just don't do it.
Yeah, no. I try not to push it too much.
Yeah, I don't either.
I like to live.
Well, I mean, nowadays everybody's getting out of cars. I mean, it's all over YouTube, people doing this stupid crap.
Yeah. I just try to get rum going
Yeah.
the best I can.
It's like everybody's listening to punk rock or something.
It's like they're thinking they're in some mosh pit or something out on the road. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Where are you recording at? Are you recording down in Nashville or are you recording up in Michigan?
Nashville. Yep. When I come down to record, we do it here, and we usually we record at the Soundstage Studio, which is across from where Jeff's at.
Right.
And yeah, that's an incredible place. It's very legendary, and I think that's one of the most fun experiences out of all this. Aside from playing shows, and because that is a whole nother realm.
Oh, yeah.
The recording and watching things come from the way you wrote it, and sometimes you have music, you just have the melody,
Yeah.
or sometimes you do have a guitar accompanying the song. But it's insane to watch how they take it from that and turn it into the stuff the final production.
Yeah.
Every time I do it, it's like the first time. I'm always blown away.
Oh, yeah.
Every time.
You get the whole giddy feeling, the whole 9 yards, and that's what I've always liked about going in the studio and recording people is that creativity. You take and you talk to them and the whole idea of the song and the basis of the song and what they're wanting to achieve, and then you ignore all of it and put this masterpiece together.
And it's perfect
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah. It's wild.
And sometimes when we go in and we'll talk about kind of what the expectation is or what we kind of want to do with it. And sometimes I'm like, I want you guys to do that. Just play what you think is the best.
A little bit of free reign.
Yeah. I mean, we'd stay within, what we're kind of expecting to do with the song, but just watching what they do, they go in, they sit down, and they play it one time, and they haven't played the song together.
Yeah.
They go through and play it, and it's perfect. Perfect the first time.
Yeah. It's wild.
I am I'm speechless. Every time.
Yeah. I always did whenever we record somebody, of course, this was back in the day of CDs and cassettes. So after we got done with the mixed and got it all mastered and everything done, I loved doing what was called the car test. And we would put it on a cassette or we would put it on a CD, burn it on a CD, and then we'd go out in the car. And I ain't gonna lie, we'd tie one up and roll the windows up and freaking blast it and just see how good we did. And half the time you're just getting out of the car laughing and going, holy dude, Yeah. But that was just regular stereo, so. But, I mean, the things you can create, it's wild.
It is. Your options these days are endless. I mean, there's so much stuff they can do. And even sometimes that you when you produce a song, some people don't even go to use like live musicians. Some people do it through programs. And that's also, it blows my mind because you can sit there and play it with one, like a keyboard. And do every instrument.
Yeah.
And make it turns out perfect.
Yeah. See, I'm more of that old school, I'm more on the analog side. And me and Caitlin did a show, and she's like, laughs every time I go, okay, well, that's okay. I can deal with that. She laughs because it'll be something digital. And she just, I don't know, she rocks it, man. I mean, she dials in stuff. We've had several people come on, and they played instruments and run them through the board and everything else. Jeff McMahon come on in support of Matty True, and he brought his keyboards in, and we hooked him up with a mic, and he didn't talk that much, but I got him talk a little bit, and he played with her, accompanied her on the keyboards with the guitar. Dude, it sounded awesome. Caitlin rocked the shit out of it, man. And but just for what we've got here in the studio, it's amazing what that girl can do.
It is.
It's crazy. What? I gave you a shout out. Shut up.
Thanks. How sweet.
Yeah. See what I got to put up with around here.
Yeah, it's, jeez. Yeah.
So when you heading back home?
When am I heading home? I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home probably tomorrow and call it a day. It's been a great trip down here, and yeah.
Sweet, you'll be home when you get to hear this.
Yep. Yep. We'll be heading out and jamming out to some music in the car on the way up, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time. 8 hours of fun.
Oh yeah, joy. I've gotten where I hate driving anymore. I just can't stand it.
I feel that I'm starting to get there myself.
Oh, every time I go to Nashville, I'm just like.
I will say it's not so bad when I'm driving the whole way. I would say it is different when you're sitting passenger right in the back. It feels a lot longer.
Yeah,
a lot longer.
Yeah, that's why I usually, if we're going somewhere to do a show or doing something, I'll fall asleep in the passenger seat. I don't care.
I wish I could do that.
It's easy. I'll tell you the secret to falling asleep in a car on the passenger side. Junk food.
I could see that. I could see that.
Get you a bag of potato chips, Slim Jim, and don't forget dessert. Get you a chocolate bar or something, and then just lean the seat back just a little bit. You'll doze right off.
You know, I do have one problem. I can't sleep in the car because of the sound.
Mm-hmm.
In the movement. I did find out on this last drive up, those AirPod things,
Yeah.
put them on, noise cancellation, perfect.
Oh, yeah. You ain't got to worry about it.
Then I did what you did, what you said to do. I had a bag of chips and
Yeah.
out. And I never sleep in the car, ever. Can't do it.
Well, I mean, I team drove with my ex-wife, the last ex-wife. Everybody, did you hear the roar of laughter when I said that? But I team drove, which meant she drove 11 hours, and I was in the bunk asleep from here to California.
Wow.
Yeah, we would alternate driving and alternate sleeping.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah,
That's a long time behind the wheel.
yeah. Well, it's a long time to keep running a motor that long, but you know, once we got in the truck to drive, we started the truck up. We never turned it off. It just kept running.
Yeah, you'd want to get there as fast as you can anyway. That's a long drive.
Well,
From
yeah,
here,
but
it's probably-
you know, the I think the truck we were in at the time was cut at 70. Yeah, 70 mile an hour.
Okay.
So it was 70 mile an hour all the way out there and all the way back.
Wow.
You don't get time to stop and see sights. You don't get to do anything except stop, fuel, eat, keep going. That's all you do. And I was the night driver, and I seen a lot of crazy shit on that road at night. Everybody wants to talk about UFOs and crap. Dude, I seen them. It's okay. I'm not crazy, but I know what I saw. No, I'm not turning this into a UFO podcast. It ain't going to happen.
That sounds like so much fun, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's uncanny, the stuff you see in the middle of the night.
And nobody else saw it.
Nobody else saw it.
That's how stuff works.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I think there was 3 of us running across Arizona.
Wow.
And we had an object come over the interstate and kept following the interstate, and it was going about the same speed limit we was. And then it just disappeared. It was gone.
Like a flashlight gone.
Yeah, like somebody turned the light off. Just gone. And it was a clear night. Moon, full moon, everything. You could see the damn thing. And it just disappeared.
Is it like what they describe in the movies? Is it the round flying saucer?
No, it was more cigar shaped.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's
That's
interesting
crazy.
stuff out there, dude.
I don't know if I want to go to Arizona now.
Well, I mean, you know.
Maybe it'd be kind of cool to see. I'd like to see it.
Nothing bothers me. I mean, I'm just, okay. That's what it is. Okay, cool. The other trucks behind me were just like on the radio talking and what the hell is that? You know, and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know. Some other planet somewhere? I don't know. Didn't matter to me.
Wow.
Hey, I've been on that road a long damn time and 7 million miles to my credit.
7 million miles.
Yep, logged.
Wow.
They never tell how many miles I got unlogged in the
Right.
car, you know.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's a lot of miles.
I see why you don't like driving so much now.
I hate it. I need a chauffeur.
I think we can arrange that. I think there's some options in Nashville.
I don't know. You gonna drive?
I know a guy.
Okay. You know a guy? I know a couple of guys. I know a couple of bus drivers too. Tour bus drivers. So,
Keep those names on hand.
oh, I can give them to you if you want them. I even did a show with one of them.
Really?
Yeah, Tim Thurber.
Interesting. Did he? Do you drive for someone?
Yeah, but I'm not saying. Oh. Not on camera. Come on, dude. I'll tell you off camera.
I was going to say you can just edit it out.
No, I'm not editing it out. You know me, I don't edit that much. I really don't. With the setup I got, I ain't got to. Caitlin controls everything.
She's like,
See that little shit-eating grin? See it? See it? Yeah, that's what she does. It's all kind of crazy. When did you first start getting into music?
oh gosh,
Because you're what, 20,
23.
23?
Yep, I think I started getting into music. I mean, I've always had the interest. I was like jamming out in the car, but I started thinking I could sing around probably 8.
Yeah.
But
Did you do the church thing, or a lot of artists that I've had on have told me that they started out in church,
yeah,
and I was just curious because I want to hear somebody that ain't done it in church.
that'd be me.
Okay.
I've never sang in church.
Yeah.
I did play in church. I used to play the drums in the church
Okay.
band and for the youth group, and which was a lot of fun.
I ain't got the coordination for it.
It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
It is very tough, but so I give a lot of credit to the drummers out there.
Oh yeah,
You guys kill it. You make it look easy. But,
dude, it looks like they ain't even thinking about it. Just
go for it.
yeah, they just start playing.
It's tough. So that's where I started, and mostly into the more gospel music at the time, and then I kind of transitioned. I was on a cruise one time, and I've never sang karaoke before. I was too young at that point to go sing it anywhere. So I thought, well, what the heck? I enjoy singing. I'm gonna try it someplace, sometime. So I was on a cruise ship and I sang, and I didn't know that night there was a competition.
Oh, okay.
So
Hooked you with the competition then.
exactly, and they lined us all up at the end of the night, and I was like, "What's going on? I just want to sing another song."
Mm-hmm.
And they lined us up, and they went around, through the line and had the crowd applause. I actually won that night.
Awesome.
And so the prize was you got to sing with the live band the last night of the cruise for the final performance.
Awesome.
And then they had 3 or 4 judges, and they picked number 1 from there.
Yeah.
I won number first place that night.
Awesome.
It was,
See, I'd have been scared shitless. I wouldn't have been able to.
I was terrified. And they give you a catalog of, I think there was maybe 25 songs on the list to choose from, and you had to pick one. And I would listen to church music up until that point. There was no church music on that list.
Well, you never played with a live band up to that point either, right?
Also that. So it was like and in front of a crowd, like a huge crowd. One of those, it was the biggest venue in the boat.
Dude, I'd have been barfing.
I was terrified, absolutely terrified. But it ended up being a great time, and that was the most fun I've had, aside from playing, shows out here. That was so much fun. So that kind of is what kicked it off. And
Yeah,
then
you got like a big dose of the bug on a cruise ship.
that's what made me want to chase it more.
Yeah.
And I distinctly remember one of the guys saying, "Hey, if you don't do this for a living, you should really think about that.
Yeah,
You should
pursue it.
Pursue it. Really try it." And so I was like, okay, well, it happens.
Here we go.
So, and that kind of led me down the road to where we are. I just started sing at every opportunity I could get back home.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot. What song was it?
That
There was 25 songs. Which song did you pick?
Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. Moral
Wow.
ballad. That was the song.
That's a good song.
I love it. I only at the time did it because I had heard it on the radio.
Yeah.
It was a big song at the time. And I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. It's the one
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It worked out. It was a good choice, I guess.
It's all about the selection, man. All about the selection.
That is so true. The crowd, they feed off your energy, and I feed off their energy.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if they're giving it back. You're right. It's like a drug. It is
Yeah. It really is.
insane.
Well, I mean, I did a hosting for Freedom Jam out at Lake Wapapella. I've told this before to a couple other people, but Taylor Hughes was there, which she's been on the show, and there were several other artists that were there. And it was wild because I would host, introduce, and then I would go back to the stage right, backstage, get out of everybody's way. And I introduced Morgan Miles on. And she had like an intro to, music type intro to her coming out.
Yeah.
Which nobody told me, but anyway. So I introduced her and I walked back off stage. And she's standing back there and I'm like, and then that intro came in, and I'm like, oh, okay. And dude, she walked out and that place just freaking erupted. And just even being, a little bit backstage back there and hearing that, and just look, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. And it was just so unreal. And then she's singing her songs, and then the crowd starts singing it back to her, And I'm just like, dude, if I could sing, man, I could do this, But it was wild.
Yeah, the crowd response is my favorite part about playing a live gig. There's the studio. It's a lot of fun to record the songs.
Oh, yeah, and create it.
But it's a totally different experience doing it in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
I can't fathom that enough.
And just the look on their faces and the happiness and the joy, I mean, it's just, wow.
And to see them or hear them sing my song back, I can't even, there's no words to describe the feeling.
No.
I feel like I earned my spot.
Yeah.
In life, in the world.
Yeah. I mean, that's, you're right. There's really not a way to describe that. There really isn't. Mm-mm. Other than just plain old awesome sauce, man.
Yeah. That's the truth.
I mean, just the feeling of it. I can do from standing backstage and just hearing all of it and seeing it and witnessing that. And I even told Morgan afterwards, I said, thank you. Because being able to see that and witness exactly what y'all witness was just, it was badass.
It's the experience of a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. And then I had two drunk girls arguing with me, telling me to get Morgan back on stage after she was going off stage. Tell her to do an encore. And I'm like, honey, she's got another show to do. She's getting ready to leave. Because I think they were driving back to Nashville that night. And Lake Wapapella was like 4 hours away.
Wow. So
yeah.
She had another show to get to.
Yeah, she had another show to get to the next day over here somewhere.
Wow.
I believe it was right. I think that's right. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. But I know they were going to another show. I know that.
Yeah, and that's exciting too, is
the touring?
Yeah. Getting to do, a show every day or show every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I will say even back home with working with the guys in the band, and
yeah,
there's nothing I look forward to more than when I come home and we talk about what we're gonna do, and we go and play songs and play some new stuff and kind of tweak things up a little bit to make it our own.
Oh yeah,
that is so much fun in general. And then getting to do that in front of the people.
Mm-hmm. What I always loved when I was recording people is to see them work together and bounce off each other. And then all of a sudden you see the singer or the actual lyricist of the whole thing be standing there and he's reading his lyrics or he's doing something, and somebody will hit a note or play a certain progression. And they're like, that right there, I want that, and then they put it in. And then when you get done with the whole producing all of it and mastering, it's perfect. Just like he said, it's just perfect.
Yep.
I love that stuff.
It adds to the thrill.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, seeing the people go crazy about that stuff, about seeing you do it live.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everything I look forward to.
I've seen some stuff where people have actually done, who was it? Check. Now I can't think of the who done it, but I seen it on YouTube, and they were playing a show, and the drummer for Nirvana, I can't believe I forgot his name.
David Grohl.
Yeah, David Grohl. And
My heart.
your heart, huh? Okay. But I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's called Kiss Guy.
I've not.
There was some kid in the audience of their show, and he had to sign, I want to play, monkey wrench with you. And Dave seen it and seen that he was dressed up like Gene Simmons, makeup, the whole night. He didn't have the full costume, but he had the face paint. And he brought him up on stage.
What? No way to do that song.
Dude rocked it, man.
You never know.
That YouTube video has gotten more damn views. It is crazy.
Yeah, those are really cool. I like seeing some of the stuff like that where you got someone in the crowd and you just have no idea what's going to happen when they hand them the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they just blow it away.
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow.
I mean, but I love that part of it.
Yeah.
Because after COVID, it's like a lot of people realized that their fan base wasn't as big as what they thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
And them numbers came down, and then they're coming back. COVID's over. We're going to start touring. And I think everybody is more in touch with their fans now than they have ever been. Yeah. And I love it. That's just like Lainey Wilson. Mm-hmm. She had a video, little girl out in the crowd. Yep. Dad said he would buy me a horse if I got on stage with you. Did you see that one?
Yes, yeah.
I love that.
She's an awesome person, too.
Lainey's cool as I'll get out.
Oh, my gosh. And
I want her on my show, but, might not ever get her on the show. Hey, Lainey, come sit down and talk. But, it's things like that. Dude, people are loving it because they're showing the human side of them. It's getting real.
Yeah.
And the fans love it.
Mm-hmm. They do. They want to see what you do every day as a normal person.
Yeah.
Because they're people. Everyone's
right. We're all
person.
Human.
We're all human.
All human. And Wade Jennings, he was on the show, and he told me he don't care what time it is. He will stay at that merch booth and take pictures, sign autographs till the last person's out of that club.
That speaks volumes.
Yeah. I wished everybody would do it.
Yeah. That's how you really connect with your people.
Oh yeah. And that's what I love, because we're all sitting here begging for higher numbers on, YouTube, and higher numbers on Spotify or wherever, you've got your social stuff and everything else, And I actually had, I totally jumped subject, but anyway, we're begging for those numbers. Mm-hmm. Well, they come from those people.
Yep. A little bit goes a long way.
A little bit goes a long way. I actually had a lady contact me because I actually personally answered a question on one of my socials. I don't have nobody running my socials. I run my socials. Yeah. I answer them direct. And she thanked me for actually being me that answered her. Yep. And I'm like, hey, more and more people are doing this. Yep. There's a lot of us indie people out here. I think am I considered indie?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that was a question and a question. So
I know.
Well, question
I was
and
just
an
thinking
answer.
about it.
I don't know.
I would think so.
I would think so too, because I
Because
don't.
you don't have a management.
No, I don't really have anything. I mean, I got Paula Ann and A Blaze, and they sponsor the show, so. But we're not on paper as management or anything. We just kind of help each other out and do stuff together.
David Bradley's the boss.
Yeah, that's why I don't care what we talk about on here. I have toned it down. I will say I have toned it down. Ugh. Only because I got tired of people cutting their eyes at me and going, shh. And usually I'm sitting here in a tank top. Caitlin made me go put on pants the other day.
Well, he was wearing checkered pajama pants, and it looked like those like early 2000s skinny jeans.
When she told me the 2000 skinny jeans, I went and changed. I went and changed quick.
That's where the line's drawn.
Yeah. You ain't getting my fat butt in a pair of skinny jeans. That ain't happening. And the low-rise ones, oh my God, they drive me nuts. I don't see how people wear low-rise pants.
I can't do it anymore, but I used to be one of those people.
Julie bought a pair of pants. You don't know this, but you're along for the ride. Julie bought a pair of low-rise pants and didn't even know that she had bought them. She walked around here helping me do stuff, pulling her pants up all freaking day. She said, "This is driving me nuts." But it's that habit stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's all about the habits. It's crazy stuff, man.
Hey, as long as you're comfortable.
As long as you're comfortable. Are you wearing skinny jeans?
Yeah, slim fit.
Slim fit?
Yeah.
You lucky bastard. What do you wait? 145.
135.
I was 10 pounds off.
Close. Very close.
I weighed 135 from high school all the way up till I got married the first time. Wow. Long hair, whole 9 yards.
I'm hoping it stays with me.
Yeah, unless you get married and have kids. No. Because when she had that midnight craving stuff,
Oh, it's over.
you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I'm being the dutiful husband and showing my love and affliction for her and going and getting her, because she's having my kid, might as well do what she needs. So I go, and her biggest thing was one of my biggest weaknesses. Crystal cheeseburgers.
Oh.
With the fries and the side of Crystal chili.
Oh.
And sit there and just dunk them and eat them.
I get the weakness. I get it.
Yeah. But you also get the weakness the next morning, too.
That is true.
It's like the worst hangover drunk you ever had in your life, man.
The hangover's no match for the morning after.
That's where you need that little stool.
The squatty potty.
Oh, God. That was no way a plug for Crystal unless they pay me money.
Sponsor the show.
Damn. That was a good one. I like that. Oh. All right, let's go to Crystal's.
All right, I'm in. Let's go.
Ryan's in. You in? You can't eat Crystal's.
Yeah, I can't eat anything there. They did have a little veggie patty thing, but I think they got rid of it.
I tried that freaking thing from Burger King.
The Impossible?
The Impossible.
It's my favorite.
I couldn't stand that daggum thing. Have you ever tried it?
I've not, but I'm not. It doesn't sound.
It's a veggie burger.
Appetizing. No, yeah.
Yeah, I ugh.
Burger's meat to me. I feel like I want to
Yeah.
have the hamburger.
Right. Well, she's can't eat meat.
Oh. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yep, vegetarian here.
So that's a very good burger.
It is a good burger. I like it. I'm not asking everyone to like it.
Fair enough.
More for me.
Eat it, eat it, eat it. It's good for you. I don't know.
Hey.
You can't say nothing. I mean, it's just- yeah. Next subject. We love you, Caitlin. It's okay.
She's like, I feel attacked. Love you.
Nah, she's good.
I'm just glad we don't have a camera on me.
You know, I've thought about it.
I won't turn it to myself, though.
You won't have to. It'll be way over here.
Oh, no. No, I mean, like, I won't flip to it.
Oh,
I do the flipping.
I know you do the bouncing back and forth stuff, the fun stuff. I tell you what, that was the best thing I ever got. I like this headphone thing.
Rabbit holes.
I like rabbit holes. You know that. I talk about anything and everything. Now we got to get you up here with do an acoustic set
Yeah.
because we got the in-ear stuff now.
I'm in. Yeah, that sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, and what's cool is when y'all would be set up and doing the acoustic stuff with the in-ear, you still hear me. We talk back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. I use them when I practice.
Yeah.
Because drums and guitars are kind of loud.
Yeah, a little bit.
So I use them for that. They're amazing. I think that's one of the best things they've ever developed.
Oh, it was best invention ever. But I already lost 30% of my hearing out of this ear. And that's because I was mixing a 80s style glam metal band back in the day. Mm-hmm. And we were at this little bitty, I swear this place was not 2,500 square foot. And they had a full PA, but they couldn't find the sound guy. So my buddy called me and he's like, dude, can you run the sound up here? And I'm like, where? I'll be there. So I went and I had the main act. The guy on stage would not turn down his guitar. He would not turn down from his amp. He was full. Now, if he'd probably painted number 11 on there, he would have tried to twist that knob to 11. And it was crazy. And I'm sitting there trying to equal out the sound. And it just, dude, I bet I was pushing 105 dB.
Holy cow.
And it
Rings.
yeah, my ear, this right ear rings constantly. And it was all because of that one show.
Wow.
I can pinpoint it. Most engineers or sound people can tell you right when their ear popped.
Wow. Yeah, I hope I don't want to encounter that. I don't think.
Yeah, well.
Gotta keep these things.
Well, I mean, it all depends on the musician, you know, because some of them are hard-headed and stubborn and think that it needs to be at a certain level, and it don't need to be.
That's where the in-ears come in.
Exactly. But when you got the in-ears,
Turn it up on there.
well, if he's doing something he's not supposed to, you can reach over there and go, ha ha. Let's make your ears freeing for a while.
Yeah. Got to keep those things protected.
Well, that's why now,
Sure.
usually when they run in-ear, you'll have the front of house has no control over it. It's always another board on the side with another engineer over there controlling just the in-ears and the wedges and everything else. All the fun stuff.
Keep it balanced.
You know, it's amazing how technical, though, it's gotten.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember back in the day, it was nothing but front of house. That was it. We controlled it all. We had the power.
I mean, you only get a front of house and a monitor engineer for big stuff because I do both.
Oh, no.
It's great.
It's
a fun
fun.
time.
It's fun. Wait till you get him. Have you heard him sing yet?
Yes, I was here for the Christmas show. I was here for both.
Well, I remember you was here for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him singing.
Okay. He has such a lovely voice.
You do. You really do.
You do.
Oh, thank you.
That's actually, I worded that exactly how Julie said it. I can't wait to get him back on the show because he has such a lovely voice.
Oh, thank you, Julie.
Lovely. Just lovely, mate. Just lovely.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to come back and do some stuff with bring the guys along and get to meet them, and that would be so much fun.
Well, you got to warn him I'm an asshole. So
Oh,
you got to warn him.
no.
Yep. I tell everybody. Don't to Caitlin.
What?
Did you totally miss that? Or
I did. I zoned out for a second.
oh my God.
It
My
happened.
producer is zoning out on me. You believe that shit?
Hey, I've been up since like 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
I've been up since 4.
Well, I went to bed at 12.
And we just went through hell week of CRS, you know, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the only reason I call it hell week is because, man, all the stuff you got to do, the scheduling, all this, I mean, it's crazy. It's a lot of fun, but it's crazy.
It is fun. At the end of the day, after you've done the show and you've gone home, that is the best feeling.
What I do, of course, all y'all had already left, but what I did is, and what I like to do is, especially if I'm hosting or if I'm helping with stage managing, I like to take at the end of the night and everybody that is part of the crew, the sound, production, security, everybody, I like to just sit back with them and thank them and hell, let's have a beer together.
Yeah.
I don't even like beer, but I'll have a beer with them and thank them for helping, which I think a lot of more people need to do that.
Yeah.
Thank your production team.
Yep.
Thank the waitresses and
We owe it to all those people because without them, it doesn't happen.
it doesn't happen and you don't get out there as much.
That's the truth.
So it ain't doing me no good to preach, get the numbers up and subscribe and follow and all this other stuff. And you get to the club and you're not thanking nobody. And they're like, well, he ain't coming back.
Again, a little bit goes a long way.
A little bit.
I notice it.
We just all need a hug. That's all we need.
Just a little hug.
Just a little hug. You can do the guy hug, you know, to shake hands, lean in,
Yeah.
lean in. What in the world was that?
I think it was a child.
Oh, yeah. My granddaughter's in her room. So when I start recording, everybody disappears.
Including the cats today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember the last time I was here, and I think his name was Ed. He was playing the guitar for the Christmas show. He was singing and playing the acoustic.
Yeah.
And his case was open, and the cats were kind of exploring,
Oh, yeah, everywhere.
and they ended up laying down in his guitar case.
I would rather them lay down than scratch around.
True.
Don't need to leave the little brown deposit in the guitar case. Not going to happen. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm just glad you're doing good and you're on the straight path of doing what you love.
Yeah, thank you so much. It means the world to me because I never had expected any of this to happen, and
Yeah.
I am so appreciative of it. I don't even have the words to say it, to explain that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been the ride of a lifetime so far,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to see what kind of happens from here and where we end up. And
I can't wait to see either. I mean, because I got Fly emailed to me. And I was just like, dude. And I'm writing back, badass. I love it. And I just, if you structure everything like you said you're going to do, with the writing and the recording and everything else, I don't think you got nothing holding you back. So I'm real curious where you're going to go with this. I can't wait to see it.
I can't wait. I'm just as excited about it as anybody else. I mean, getting out there and getting to play in front of people, I want to also get to know them, meet the fans, meet people, and because that along with that personal connection we were talking about earlier, that does go a long way. It means more to me than it means even to maybe some of those people.
Yeah, it's wild how that works.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, I'm not at that status though. You know, people don't want my autograph. They don't want.
I want your autograph.
I ain't signing nothing for you. You crazy? Here, I got an ink pen.
I was about to say that's why no one wants your autograph.
No, but I mean, yeah, I do this show more for y'all, and actually make somebody talk to me.
That was the saddest thing I think you've ever said.
I'll talk to you anytime outside this show. I mean,
I thought it was funny. Look, it's about having a good time, and that's what I love.
yep, making friends along the way.
Yeah. Just make sure they're not holding a knife waiting on you to turn around. That's the big thing.
Yeah. That's what friends, not enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Friends.
Yeah, sometimes, well, is what it is. Oh, God. All right. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I just stopped and you was just like leaning over.
Well, I'm looking at the time too.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Well, it's 1:07. We're going to talk 5 hours.
5 hours.
5 hours.
Well, then you're going to miss all the fun stuff later.
I know. I don't know. You want to talk for 5 hours? You can't talk for 5 hours.
I could.
You could.
Maybe.
I mean, we'd be going all the way back to your childhood. What was your favorite diaper? You know, all that stuff. Did you have a favorite toy as a child?
Of course.
What'd you have?
My Hot Wheels cars.
Hot Wheels cars.
I was an avid collector.
I was an avid collector as well, but it was Hot Wheels and Matchbox.
Oh, yeah, I like the Matchbox ones.
I had two different boxes that I kept them in.
The Hot Wheels were like more performance, and I wanted, it was, you know, those little train station or train sets. They're actually not little, they're huge.
Oh, they're massive.
My grandpa built one in his basement, and I would take my Hot Wheels over there. I was so excited after he did it. I would take them over there and bring just a whole box.
Yeah.
And all the little houses that he put up in the city.
Oh, you parking cars and stuff.
All over the place.
Dude.
Putting them on the train, watching the train go around.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that stuff was so much fun. I like cars.
Yeah.
Always have.
I've always been a car buff. But yeah, I had the Hot Wheels and I had the Matchbox. And then I got into comic books.
Okay, comics, yeah.
Got into comic books real bad. I had, you know, the egg carton that all the eggs fit inside.
Yeah.
And they fit into this bigger box that they carry around.
Yeah.
I had one of those.
Okay.
Full. I had some first editions.
Wow.
I had all kinds of stuff.
Do you still have them?
No. Thanks. Thanks to a couple of cousins of mine. I'm not mentioning their names. But they were little. They didn't know no better.
Oh.
Yeah. And I come in from work, and my mom had let them get into the comic books. And when I walked in, there was confetti. Oh, I was mad.
Oh,
I cried. Ugh. I had first edition Man Bat.
Oh my God.
I had issue number 2 of Man Bat.
couldn't even imagine how you felt when you walked in that door.
Dude, I had a rare edition of Richie Rich meets Casper. Those are high dollar freaking books now.
Yeah. And there's confetti.
Just confetti.
Wow.
It's Star in Houston. That's their problems. They were little and they didn't care and they just ripped them up.
Wow.
I said their names anyway. See, I got so into it, I just totally forgot that I said I wasn't going to say their name. Sorry about that, Star. Houston.
Oops.
Oops. I love those kids, man. They were good kids. My mom's sister's kids.
Mom's sister's kid.
Yep. We don't hardly talk much anymore, but I mean, over a period of time, you lose contact. I mean, it's just nobody does family reunions anymore. Nobody has the whole family over for Christmas anymore.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's always too busy.
Yeah. I'd say that more now as I'm getting older.
Yeah.
It's kind of that way. You know, growing up, we always went to my grandma's house. Each grandparent
Exactly.
had a holiday.
Well, see, I always felt like once the grandmas died from my generation,
Mm-hmm.
everybody just quit going.
Oh,
And it was just like,
it's still family.
we're still family. We're still supposed to be able to talk to each other. We're supposed to, hang out.
Gotta
Nope.
hold them close.
It just went away. It
Yeah.
went crazy.
That's the one thing I do look forward to about holidays. I love going home and just spending time with family because I don't, throughout the year, people are busy,
Yeah.
and it is nice to just catch up.
Yeah. Well, see, that's how, oddly enough, when I first decided to do the podcast and all this other stuff, I built everything around this table that me and Julie searched for because it reminded me of my mom's table
Mm-hmm.
and other relatives' table because this was a big popular style back in the 70s and 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had guests come on and say, my God, my grandmother had that table.
Really?
Yeah. And it's like the way I structured it is for you to come in and sit down and feel relaxed and comfortable
Mhm.
in the dining room, grandma's table, and talking to your cousin. That's how I structured it.
It works. Very comfortable.
I like
Very
it.
relaxed.
Cool.
Actually reminds me of home. We have a table kind of similar to this.
See?
It does. It feels homey.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's the only thing I'm scared of. If I move into a studio, will it lose that feel?
Depends. I guess it depends on the furniture too.
Well, it all depends on if Julie brings food in or not. Because she fed the shit out of you guys.
Oh yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much. Amazing cook. Oh my God. Yeah, we ate very well.
Yeah, Caitlin even ate well.
I love her cooking so much. And I get it quite often.
Yeah, we were blessed. That was a fantastic show. It was so much fun to be here for that. I can't thank you enough.
Oh, it was a blast. This year I can't decide if I want to do it again here at the house or at the studio or just get a venue. What do you think?
I kind of like the home for Christmas type feel.
Do you?
I like the vibe. Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels very homey and comfortable and just relaxed.
Yeah. And that's what I love about it. I
enjoy
love that. I love that. I mean, just anybody hang out, talk, cut up, do whatever. You want to sing? Get up there and sing.
My vote is home for Christmas.
Home for Christmas.
Put that
Oh my
down.
God. Mr. Ryan O'Neal just named our next Christmas show.
Home for Christmas.
Home for Christmas.
With David Bradley.
Home for Christmas with David Bradley. Coming to you live. in 20 countries, or some facsimile thereof. All right, we got to get the hell out of here.
Thank you so much for having me here today.
I got everybody. Savannah's calling me now. I got to call her, see what's up. So we're just going to have some fun.
I'm excited.
I'm glad you made it so we could actually sit and talk, because during the Christmas show, we didn't get to talk a whole lot. We was just too busy eating and singing and having fun.
This was nice. I enjoyed having the conversation with you, and I appreciate you having me on the show today. And
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to when you bring the band back down and
yeah,
do some acoustic stuff. I'm not going to do a drum set, but I can do a cajon.
I already there.
I think that's what Caitlin said. Isn't that what you said?
We don't need a full drum set in here.
No.
That would hurt everyone's ears, and I've already.
Oh,
ruptured
come on.
my
We'll get the
eardrum
big
once.
double bass and the whole kit. And no?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Cajon it is.
Cajon it is.
Cajon.
I will bring the cajon.
All right, cool. All right. Ryan, look in that camera. Oh, look, there you are. Tell everybody where they can find you on your socials and webinars and all that other crap.
Yeah, you can find me. My website is imryanO'Neal.com. That's I am Ryan O'Neal. And you can find me on all platforms under the same username, at I'm Ryan O'Neal, on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, YouTube.
Threads. Oh, that's that new stuff. Okay.
You can find me there, all the platforms.
Awesome. Love it. Dude, I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we're going to get off here. And remember, everybody, please like, share, subscribe, follow. I say this 1,000 times. I'm probably going to say it 1,000 times more. This is how you help artists out. You get them in your town. The booking agents are looking at the numbers, folks. Help these guys come to your town. If you like them, you want to see them, you hear them, and when they're there, please buy some merch. Show your support. Walk up and give them a big old bear hug and take a picture with them, because these guys love it just as much as you do. If you see me out, you want a bear hug and take a picture, that's fine. I'll do that too, because I like it. I always do. I don't know why. It's just fun. But anyway, we're going to get off here, and I was going to say something else and I totally blanked. Oh, well. See y'all next time. Ryan, appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Wave at everybody. We'll see y'all later, guys.
See you next time.
Love you. Toodles.